Every time I see Mark Zuckerberg's face in an article with a picture like this, my initial reaction in my mind is that I suspect that the picture has been somehow like photoshopped to make him look more psychotic than he actually is. And then every time I have to just stop and realize that no, he actually does look like this. He really is a total psychopath. It's crazy. So, welcome to another one of these videos. I kind of combined February and March together last time, and this time, even though April has already passed, I'm going to make this an April video. So, I haven't been, well, I guess I have been doing a bit of modeling, but I haven't really been uploading a whole lot of modeling videos lately, because I've been kind of working on models, and I've been just really busy doing other stuff and things. So right now I am at the in-laws place, and it's always nice to come here and relax. So this is Golden Week. Last weekend I was in Fuji. We went to see Mount Fuji, and we visited Shizuoka Prefecture, where I used to live. And my daughter got to visit her friends that she hasn't seen in a long time. That was really nice. And I got to see the Shizuoka Hobby Square. Unfortunately, you know, a couple weeks from now is the Shizuoka Hobby Square. The Shizuoka Hobby Show, and I will not be attending that. I've had some people sending me emails asking me if I'm going to be there, but no, I can't make 2 trips to Shizuoka Prefecture on one paycheck, so that's not going to happen. So yeah, we're at the in-laws, and I'm going to be celebrating my daughter's birthday real soon, and so we got here yesterday, and it's funny, so I was offered some food to eat, and it was fried whale, and I've had whale before, and trust me guys, you're not missing anything. If anybody is thinking, well gee, I wonder what whale tastes like, it's like the consistency of liver, but it doesn't taste as repugnant as liver. At the same time, it just doesn't taste good at all. I don't really care for it. I mean, it's not nasty like liver, but I just don't like it. It's gross. So there's always this misconception that Japan is always like hunting these extinct whales, or the endangered whales, like humpback whales or whatever. That's actually not the case. They actually hunt mink whales, and there's plenty of those to go around. Those are not an endangered species, but you got people like those sea shepherd assholes. I don't even know if that show is even on TV. I never really watched TV when I lived in America, and I certainly don't watch it now, American TV, when I live in Japan. But those guys, they kind of have like this selective discrimination, like, because they will only selective discrimination, that's kind of redundant, isn't it? So yeah, anyhow, yeah, so like their hypocrisy has been detailed at length, and you know, I'm not going to go into it, but like, you know, they always focus on Japanese whaling, but you know, any Nordic whalers, I guess they just kind of leave them alone. So it's just kind of stupid, probably because there's this, I guess, maybe it's not like, oh, like, I don't want to, you know, throw the word racism around, but there's always this conception that you can just kind of push Japanese people around and you can get away with it. And I mean, just look at those Logan Paul videos, for example. You know, that guy is a total sociopath, and he came here and he acted like a total chimpanzee. I know I mentioned, like, back in January or February, that I had an idea of like making a video about my thoughts on Logan Paul and his antics in Japan. I think it would be great if he got banned from the country. Yeah, the guy's a total dimwit. So yeah, in other news, apparently Disney, under Kathleen Kennedy, has decided to, you know, for Lucasfilm, that the line in A New Hope, Star Wars, where Luke talks about how he used to bullseye womp rats in his T-16 back home, and they were no more than 2 meters, Apparently, the organization called PETA, which is the People for the Ethical Treatment of Space Animals, they've objected to that, and they have accused Luke Skywalker of being like abusing animals, and that's really an outrage these days. This scandal is otherwise known as Pizzagate. So Disney, they've decided to have Mark Hamill redub all of his lines in the original Star Wars movie. And because Mark Hamill has talked himself about how he thinks that it would be great to have Luke Skywalker as a gay character, they're going to be, he's going to be redubbing his voice with like more of a lisp, kind of make him sound more like, gender confused and such. So we have to look forward to that. But of course, Disney's not going to be releasing the original trilogy unmolested. So it's all because of those pizza people. I'm kidding. There's no such thing. Maybe in the future there might be space animals or something, but it's always fun to complain about Star Wars. And speaking of which, if you're interested in people ranting about Star Wars, it's at this point it's now become kind of like a sadomasochistic kind of a thing where people will just kind of abuse themselves for the sake of Star Wars. One really great channel is World Class Bullshitters, and these guys have been it's mainly just one guy, I guess. He does a lot of really great videos scathing criticisms of Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy and the crap that she's doing to Star Wars. Another funny as hell channel. This guy, what's his name? Ethan Van something or other. He is the artist for the Green Lantern comics. Sorry, I got itchy eyes. Got eye allergies. His channel is like Comic Artist Pro Secrets or something like that, and he does these hilarious videos, and he's always just trashing Star Wars, and he doesn't boycott Star Wars. Like, he will like subject himself to Star Wars crap just so that he can just have fun trashing it. Like, he will buy these Star Wars toys. He's done like a Millennium Falcon review, and he put all the stickers on it and everything. He just launched it right into the trash. And he did this A-Wing toy video of the Hasbro A-Wing, and he assembled it and had fun with it, and then he threw that one in the trash as well. It's funny just watching him do these unboxings. He just kind of just rips open the cardboard and just totally trashes it. It's hilarious. So yeah, definitely watch his videos. I mean, if you can't get enough of people complaining about how Star Wars sucks these days, definitely check these guys out. It's hilarious stuff. So, hi, my name's Greg. I live in Japan. No, my name is not Steve. And if people are like, it always causes people confusion, but I never thought it was going to be that confusing. I didn't want to use my real name when I set up my domain, stevethefish.net, which is actually my homepage. And it's just, your first clue is that I'm not a fish, I'm not a fish. So, therefore, I'm not Steve. Steve was my Siamese beta fish that I had in college. And when he died, I got another fish, and I named him Steve. And when he died, I got another fish, and I called him Charlie. No, he's not named Charlie. I called him Steve, too. Because I didn't want to keep thinking of different names. Because in the beginning, I wasn't really good at keeping fish alive, and I was kind of a jerk. I mean, I think I probably am still a jerk. But, yeah. Alright, I'm going to do things out of order now. So, this is a really great private message. It says right here, shared privately. So, name has been redacted, just in case. I don't know if Event Horizon wants to keep his name secret or anything, so I just blocked his name out. He said, I just wanted to say I appreciate your comments on some of my builds. In truth, it's been your videos that have inspired me. Your videos that have. sorry, I'm a grammar Nazi, have inspired me to create my own channel. You mentioned at one point that you build only what you want to and aren't influenced by subscriber numbers. That really spoke to me, and I'm going to follow in a similar way. Cheers. That makes me happy. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Do it for yourself. You don't do it for anybody else. You gotta do it for yourself. I started doing... Okay, so this channel started out, my very first video, if you go way back, I just did a video of my nerd room. Just like all of the anime figures and toys and, you know, action figures and crap. And video games, and you saw my model selection inside my closet. And at the time, people thought that was a big model collection, but it's like way bigger, like 6 times the size as it is now. So yeah, it just started out. I thought I was just gonna just do one video, and then I did some other videos of my house, like, you know, different things in my house. And then, oh, I also I did my video of my stupid ass neighbors and their barking dog, and this psychotic woman next door is just shut up, and it's you know, no wonder where her dogs learn how to go, because that's the way she is. She was always screaming at her husband. She was just totally just she was a cretin, to put it lightly. Okay, yeah, she was a bitch. So anyhow, I did videos of like I started doing videos of when I would visit Japan, and so that got a lot of popularity. And I was doing videos of, like, you know, video games and stuff like that. And nowadays, when people find my channel, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this guy, he only does he should only do videos of models. And if he does any sort of video of like you know, travel around Japan, I'm going to leave a message saying, hey, you know, hey, have you gotten back to that build you were working on? I'm still waiting for the next part. Oh my gosh, everything revolves around me." So I used to do a lot of like toy and video game type of stuff, and that's kind of died way down. And oh yeah, I used to do Japanese snacks also. Lots of Japanese snacks videos. I don't really do those anymore. I just kind of, I don't know. I know some people, they had subscribed because I was doing videos of like cute dolls and cute like mascots, like, you know, Rilakama and stuff like that. And I had people subscribe to me just for that kind of stuff. And I had people subscribe to me. I know this one woman, she would subscribe to me just to watch the Japanese snacks videos. And now it seems like there's so many other people doing the same thing that I don't really think it's really fun anymore. And also, I'm not really, I don't know. I might do that. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it if I can, but I just do what interests me. And mostly, you know, my nerdly obsessions are, you know, models, and I don't really play many video games anymore. Although a coworker gave me his Xbox 360, so I've been playing Call of Duty, and I haven't, like, I think that is responsible for me falling behind on the MiG Fulcrum, the Yugoslavia group build. I've been playing Call of Duty, and unfortunately I suck because of that. Call of Duty Black Ops, that was a pretty fun game. But yeah, you know, if you do videos, don't feel like people are, you know, they have the right to tell you what videos you ought to make. Like, there's a guy, I watch his videos, I've kind of lost track of him, but HPI guy, he does these really great model videos, but he also does these videos of like, he'll review like leaf blowers and lawnmowers and stuff like that. I don't own a yard, and so that doesn't interest me. So at the same time, I'm not going to click on those videos and say, hey, you know, when are you going to get back to that build? I mean, come on, these leaf blowers and stuff like that, they suck, you know. be pretty crappy, but I don't do that because I try to be nice to people, and I would not have even thought of that unless I'm just, you know, bringing this up just to make a point. So, yeah, do videos of what you want to do. And there's a guy, shoot, I mentioned him in the last video, I forget his name already. He's doing these vinyl Godzilla stuff. You know, he was getting disappointed because he wasn't getting the subscribers, but don't. I mean, if I get 3 people who watch a video and all 3 of them like it and they appreciate it, that's good enough for me. I don't even know how many subscribers I have. Maybe I can look. What, dashboard. I know I have over 6,000, maybe 6,500. Oh my gosh, look at that. 6,500 subscribers, 511. Well, wouldn't you know? So, I might be doing something right, because I'm not even that good of a modeler. And I don't really finish stuff. Although I have been better about that this year. So hey, let's talk about plastic models.
Plastic models.
Alright, so, like I said, I'm at the in-laws place, and I have already done a video of, I think, the Dickel application on this guy here. I'm going to put down clear coat, do some panel lines on the eggplane flanker. I want to do that since I'm here. I brought some rattle cans because I don't have my airbrush here. Next. So I have been slowly working on this over the past, what, year at least. I've been doing another Star Destroyer. And because the other one I've done, I was not happy with it. Did not like it. I oversprayed, I think. With the primer, I think it was too heavy in some places. This one's turning out to be a lot better, a lot lighter detail. I think I just made sure not to overspray, especially with the primer. Because especially on the bridge, the command tower, it was kind of lumpy. Didn't really look very crisp. It looked really soft in its detail. So I'm almost done with this. What I want to do is just do like a clear coat and then go over it with you know, like the panel line accent color and be done with it. So I'll probably work on that while I'm here. Got so much crap to do. I'm not complaining, but I'm just I'm happy. So people ask, you know, so yeah, the other expectation is people will think that I'm gonna just be linear, and I'm not. Like, I know there's a lot of like really linear video people that do model builds, and they're like, you know, okay, this is part 1, and then the next is part 2, and the next is part 3, and then I'm done. Then I go to the next. So like, if I have a Saturday and I'm free, but it's raining and I don't want to open up the window, I'm not gonna be airbrushing. So what I'll do is I'll just pick up something else and work on that instead. So yeah, I'm totally not linear. Okay, so you will see a video on this rather soonly. Sorry, bad. I'm gonna do a clear coat on this guy, flat coat, and I'm done. This is the 2202 Yamato. And oh, Bob Saget, I forgot the little turrets. I might as well not even bother with this then. I mean, I'll do a clear coat on this, but I forgot to do the turrets, so I'll have to just do that when I get home anyway, so whatever. So yeah, you're going to see a video on that. I put up a video on this guy. I'm sorry, not a video, just some pictures on my Tumblr. And finally getting around to finishing this. I need to do a clear coat on this guy, and then hopefully I might be able to use my new decals that I made. Dickles, sorry, I need to start saying that just to piss all the Americans off. Stupid Americans, what do they know? And while I'm here, it's so cute. My Aoshima Siegfried. I need to contact the guy, Kaneda-san, the guy who made this, and tell him I got it. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Like you saw in the unboxing video, unfortunately it's just all stickers, and it's ABS plastic, so let me know. Just do regular primers work on ABS plastic? I don't know. It would suck to paint her up. I think I'm gonna leave her face alone, especially because her eyes are already done. Two of the faces, but like the blue and the white, I think I might try to paint those just instead of using the stickers. Although I will probably have to use the stickers though on the main fighter, unfortunately. So as I said, I went to Shizuoka Prefecture. I went to Hobion. I really missed that store. Really like that. I got this for a decent price. It was only like 1,100 yen. I got Analyzer. So this is really cool, and there's clear parts for lighting, and I'll show you a little bit of that right now. Okay, let's totally look at this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great, I swear. Alright. So, the only disappointment with this is that it comes with a sticker instead of a decal. But, you know, whatever. So, I'm going to just focus on just something here. This comes with clear parts, as you can see, obviously. Now, I'll call attention to the instructions here. It says here, you can put an optional LED unit. Now, this is like a standard Bandai LED unit, and it says you can use yellow or green. They're Pacific Rim models that are coming out. You can utilize this proprietary Bandai LED unit, which is cool. Okay, you know, whatever. However, it goes in the neck, and of course there's a neat little space to put it in there, and so you can be happy. However, I'm not satisfied with that, because it of course will light up the head, but the body doesn't light up. Oh my gosh, you would need to light that up yourself. So I'm thinking that when it comes time to build this guy, and I might get started on it this weekend actually, since I'm here, but I might try to figure out a way to light this so that the body will light up as well. So here you can see, get my Snoopy pen here. This is where you can plug that thing in here, I guess. And then here's like the top of his head, and you got these empty things here, so the light can come through here, which is nice, of course. So like the light comes through here. This plugs into the bottom side of this guy here, so you got this little light, like a clear part here, and then these other clear parts go on top of those clear parts. You following me? Okay, good. And if you are so inclined, you could, you know, you can attach these little things. These are like for his thrusters and stuff. I might not do that, but check this out. Here's his body, and you got these little lights and stuff here, right? You got his body lights up, right? And this is the clear part. You can see, anybody can see that. It just snaps into the back side of this here. And it's just begging to be lit up. Now there are some like little small indentations in here. So I'm thinking I might try to figure out a way to light these things up. Maybe I can put like little SMDs into each of these or something, perhaps. Or at the very least, have a light shining from the back part into this clear area here. I'll have to watch the show a little bit to remind myself how Analyzer lights up in the show. I know, I'm pretty sure when he talks, his headlights light up. I'm not sure about his chest though. Maybe I can do some like rapid color, like changing flashing stuff and things. That might be pretty cool. We shall see. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show you on this kit. So this is what I'm thinking about. So stuff and things. Yeah, even though the Star Wars movies kind of suck, I'm not interested in seeing the Han Solo movie. It's funny that the guy, Carmack Artist Pro, he kept calling it the Millennial Falcon instead of the Millennium Falcon. That's pretty great. And I can see my bald head. There you go. My dad was bald. These kids I work with, you know, I'm a teacher in Japan. These kids ask me, "Oh, why do you have blue hair or blue eyes, or why are you bald?" I'm like, "It's my dad. It's his fault. It's all his fault. Should have never have been his son." No, I'm teasing. My dad's great, and I will be hopefully for Father's Day getting that Oldsmobile done. And I just need to. I showed it in the previous video. I think that the paint lifted up when I took the masking off, and so I'm gonna have to wet sand that like crazy. And it's just, I get discouraged. Really get discouraged sometimes. You know, especially when I get like this really great idea and it's not working out, like with the R-Type. You know, it's gonna be so cool if I get this thing done, but it's like I need to build up my confidence or just my desire to just get it done. Like that the vinyl figure I did of Devil Hunter Yoko, that soft B. That was like maybe more than 2 years, and I finally finished it. And yeah. I got up to the point where, like, dude, I really want to get this done. I want this to happen, and I did it, and it turned out really fantastic. And I learned, and I know it could have been better because I learned some stuff, and I'm not going to use acrylics on any of those soft vinyl figures ever again. Those V colors are going to be the way to go for me. Something else that reminds me, because I'm probably going to forget about this if I try to, you know, make a mental note, because I'm kind of dumb. I forget stuff. Right, what was I saying? Yeah. See what did I just tell you? I get people. Okay, so I live in Japan, and people are asking me, "Is it really worth getting this?" You know, what's your advice on that? I've had people who want to, like, basically emulate my setup. The stuff that I do, they want to know where they can find it. Where can I buy this? I live in America. It's like, dude, I haven't been to America in a long time. Don't ask me. I have no idea, man. If you can't get it on Hobby Link Japan or someplace like that, don't ask me. I have no idea. I do know a place where it sells maybe these GSI Creos paint sets, though, if you want to get the Yamato colors. And if you don't mind waiting at least a month or so, then, you know, there is a place you can find that. Yeah, currently. Now, this is an email I got from Franco Goss, and he was asking me about the vinyl kits. He's saying he's really interested in that. So, I had a problem, and I can't really show it because I don't have it with me, but, like, Yuri might be the easier one to do, because these vinyl kits, and just like the Devil Hunter Yoko was the same way. Like, you know, her dress, it was like sleeveless, right? And so her arm joins connected with the dress. So you paint the dress, paint the arm, and then you connect them together, and it's great. The Nadia, though, is that she's not wearing much clothing, and I don't want to have seam lines going along the sides of her boobs, right? So, like, I want to, like, get that filled in and file down, and then be able to pull them apart, though, because I have to, like, get it looking nice. I want to paint them. And do pre-shading, like, around, like, the side boobs and such, right? And then I want to have that match up, right? Then after painting, pull the arms apart, put the dress on, glue that, you know, probably fill that in some places, and then reattach the arms and then glue them in you know, permanently. Then I've I've never done this kind of thing before, right? So, when you watch my videos, I'm not like, oh, look at me, I'm Mr. Model Guru or whatever. I know there's a guy who calls himself Model Making Guru. Dude, that's cool. I'm not going to make fun of you for that. You probably are. But I can't claim that for myself. And you're not watching my videos to find, how to do things. I try not to presume that kind of thing. I'm not that skilled. I'm learning. So you're watching this video, my channel is just like me learning. It's an adventure. So yeah, when it comes to like where you can buy stuff, it's funny. I'm talking with Jared, Rebels at Cloud9. He says about people complaining about how expensive Hasegawa kits are. It's like I get them for like the smaller ones, and like maybe under 1,000 yen, maybe like 800 yen each, which is like maybe under $10 for you Americans. Maybe they go for twice that amount. I don't know. For me, they're cheaper. So, and thanks to Hobby Link Japan, Airfix are like actually a decent price, fairly decent price here in Japan. But it's weird. And when talking with Jared, he talks about like people who give him a hard time over. Maybe it's just because I've built up an audience, not like intentionally, but because I do a lot of sci-fi modeling stuff. If I want to do like a Green Squad or an X-Wing, like, there might be people who say, there was never a Green Squadron, there was only the A-Wings in Return of the Jedi that were Green Squadron, blah, blah, blah. But there's not a whole lot of that, and so people are like, oh, dude, Green X-Wing, oh, that's great. I've never done that, but that's just an idea I just came up with. It might be a cool idea. People are like, okay, that's great, But, when you do more scale modeling like he does, I think that's probably the reason, probably the source of a lot of the grief he gets, is because like people are like, oh, you painted the interior of the cockpit wrong on that Spitfire. That's more Battle of Britain. The North African campaigns, they had a different cockpit green, and you didn't do it right. Just for example, I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up, but that sounds like the type of crap that people will get into with that kind of stuff. Lately, I've been doing a lot more like real life stuff. I know like the biggest mistake I've done was, or one of the biggest mistakes was the SR-71 Blackbird that I built for my dad. I'd had the roundel upside down on one of the wings, and I didn't notice it. Okay, fine. People can point that out to me, and I'm cool with that. But people are like, oh, you're an idiot, you're stupid, and that's just really uncalled for. And that's the funny thing is like with so-called social media, is that it's not really social media. And I've talked to some really cool people all over the world, man. I'm like, like people in South Africa. I know a guy in South Africa, no guy in New Zealand, maybe a couple of guys in New Zealand, Australia, of course Canada, the UK. It's pretty cool. It's just really cool. So, yeah, that is one of the nice things about doing these videos. But it's not really totally social media, because it's like there's a lot of really antisocial people on here. People who don't really have any social skills whatsoever, so they just lash out. If you make a slight mistake, then they call you an idiot, and that's kind of not really nice. But hey, speaking of which, let's talk about stupid comments. Part of me doesn't really. I don't like doing this. I like having fun with these people, but for people who are getting started, if people who say, oh, I want to have more subscribers, I want people to watch my videos. Well, it's fun, but you end up having to babysit the internet sometimes. See, every month is kind of a roulette. You never know what you're gonna get with people. So most of everything, all these comments I get are really nice, but sometimes You never know what's going on in their mind. So you never know why these people would have the motivation to lash out at people online like this. You know, maybe their imaginary girlfriend recently dumped them, and you know they're looking for someone to pick on or something. So you never know. So like this video here, this is the NPC Star Wars. This is the when I left that Rebel transport in my car and it got all warped, and then Steve SMKR later he came and he rescued me. He sent me a brand new one. This guy is Lord Serdan, whatever that is. Blah 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 blah. It's video or radio? Okay, is it video? Not it's. Bad grammar. Whatever. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't get anybody give me crap this month, this past April, but here we go. Comment number 2. Oh jeez. Bro derp. Okay, so this guy's been commenting a lot on my videos lately. And this is about the VF4 Lightning 3 from Macross Flashback. Boring talk about a stupid cartoon Transformer toy. UN Spacey? LOL. Shut up. Macross isn't a stupid cartoon. You don't even know, man. You don't even know. Just don't say bad things about Macross, okay? Gosh. Idiot. Jerk. Alright, so here he said, oh, scrap the lame decals. Or decals. Yeah, bro derp. You're watching right now? They're called decals. In some countries, they're called decals. 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 Okay? Put some nice scaled jet fighter ones on. Well, you know what? Can't tell me what to do. Because just like you, I'm an American and I'm obstinate. So there. Stupid. Whatever. Yeah, I'm an American, okay? And I get sick of Americans. That's why I live in Japan. It's not that I hate America, I just don't really like Americans so much. Okay, you want to make fun of Americans? Let me do that for you. Okay, I'm an American now. The doctor said that I need to eat more vegetables. He says my health is real bad, so... Vegetables, those are like French fries, right? Oh! Lettuce and tomatoes. Yeah, that. Oh gosh, those are vegetables. Okay, the next time I get a double cheeseburger, I'm gonna ask for some extra lettuce, tomato, and pickles. Ketchup. That's made out of tomatoes. Yeah, that counts as a vegetable. Yeah, get some extra ketchup. Yeah. Make that 2 double cheeseburgers just to, yeah, I'll make my doctor happy. He'll be proud. Yeah. Okay, so that was me making fun of Americans. Although, to be fair, though, Mexico has higher obesity rates than America does. But I guess if I mention that, that makes me a racist. Whatever. Oh. Lovely chime. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Okay, so anyhow, I think I was talking about Franco. He sent me a message asking me about the vinyl kits, and I was telling him about yeah, okay, let me go back a little bit. Yeah, so the Yuri, I think I could probably get her done. And my friend, he did these great, he photoshopped the decals to make them nicer. And I'm going to try to resize those and try to fit them into print them out on some clear decal paper. And hopefully I can get her done. That would be cool. So I replied to Franco, and I'm like, alright, so soon to be completed. The Hasegawa Flanker Egg Plane. The Bandai Yamato 2202 Mecha Collection. That's the one I just showed you guys. And actually, oh, I didn't even put this on the list, but those the trio of Y-wings. I can get those done pretty soon, I think. So I have been doing that Macross, the Destroid Defender, the 100 scale by RDE. I have been working on that. You're going to see something on that, so yay. The Honda Beat. Something that happened with that is I tried those. I don't get it, man. Like, I do a clear coat. I had a clear acrylic gloss coat, and I tried that accretion, the GSI Creos accretion paints, the ones that are like, you know, minimizes brush strokes. For some reason, I think it's just the black that I got. The other paints seem to work a lot nicer, but that flat black, it's like, it really does not go on smoothly at all. And it cracked, and it turned into total crap. And I'm not happy about it. But I'm almost done. You're going to see some blemishes on that, but, you know, I don't care. I want to get it done. It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, I'm happy with it more or less. The 172 MiG Fulcrum for the Yugoslavia. I'm about ready to put down the top, you know, the secondary color for the camouflage on top. And then after that, I can do a clear coat and hopefully do the decals, decals. Hopefully, I run over those decals a lot with Tester's decal bonder, and hopefully they're gonna hold up. If not, I might have to order some more from Hasegawa. Oh. Make a note of that part. Okay, I'll talk about that later. On the horizon, to be completed very soon. Hopefully soon, I'll get that Eggplant Girls summer van done. I want to put the chrome foil on that, and I'm gonna do that first with the Oldsmobile for my dad, and I'll do that for Father's Day. Hopefully for Father's Day for my Japanese father, I'm gonna do that 1/32 scale that Suzuki Hustler, and I took a picture of his license plate, so I'm going to try to make a decal out of that. Decal! Oh, I want to do that SR-71 Blackbird. I have been working on that a little bit, and I just need to glue the halves together, you know, test the electronics one more time to make sure they're working fine. It's going to be cool. Oh my gosh. Other projects still not completed. The Yuri Softbee build, the 3 Nadia Softbee builds, that Minmay Softbee build with the, you know, I want to do with like the lights and the sound and everything. That's going to be a big project. The R-Type, I want to get that done, but I don't have the confidence, and people are going to laugh at me and say I'm no good. They're going to say I don't amount to anything, I'm never going to be any good, and they're just reminding me of my mom, because she used to no, my mom never said that about me. I'm teasing. That NPC Star Wars Rebel Transport and other ships lighting project, so that, I had to try to roll that up with this Scale Model Addict group build, but Scott, the Scale Model Addict guy, he's kind of walked away from the hobby. He's just pursuing musical instruments at the time, you know. That's okay. Gotta do what makes you happy, Scott. I love you anyways. You're great. You're one of the few people who don't find me annoying, so, and I think I am. I think I annoy myself. I probably wouldn't be my own friend, I don't think. But Scott's great. So, you know, just like those people who subscribe to my channel looking for video game stuff, I'm pretty sure they got all disappointed when I started doing model videos instead, you know. Well, whatever, you can't make everybody happy. You gotta make yourself happy. You gotta make your loved ones happy. So, yeah, that's not really the group build anymore, even though there's I think it's just gonna be just an ongoing Scale Model Addict Star Wars forum, I guess, from now on. He hasn't really made any official announcements to that yet, but whatever. That Captain Harlock Space Wolf, that's a, gosh, that pink fighter jet, that would be cool. I want to get back to that. I haven't touched it. That Gundam, that boosted S Gundam lighting project, the F8E Crusader lighting project for the Area 88. Got all this stuff I want to work on, man. Battlestar Galactica buddy build with SMKR. And of course the Russian flanker group build. Guys, anybody who's watching this, and I haven't bored them away from this yet, join. If you want to join, join. That would be great. Russia is great. Speaking of which, oh god, there was a on Sputnik News. I saw this on Twitter. The Su-30 went down in Syria, and apparently, they said that it could have collided with a bird or something. But you know, they do have ways of making airplanes come down, unfortunately, and I have no idea what happened. I'll talk about that stuff later. But you know what? I think I might just do like my rants and stuff. Make that just a totally separate video, because I want to talk about Syria and stuff like that. But yeah, that was really sad, because that was a two-seater, a two pilot flanker that went down. So still 2 Russian pilots died apparently. They couldn't eject. Why couldn't they eject? If it was just a bird or a seagull or something, they, you know, flying omelet? I don't know. Kind of mysterious. They have ways of doing things. They have ways. You know, like with the whole Kim Jong-un and the threatening my country, Japan, with nuclear bombs, and then there was that earthquake on their underground nuclear testing facility, and then all of a sudden they weren't lobbing many missiles at Japan anymore. Hey, how did that earthquake happen? Wasn't that a coincidence that just happened right there? They have ways. If you're gonna just, oh well, that's conspiracy talk, you know, oh, shut up. No, they have ways of doing things, alright? And if you really think that's all conspiracy talk, and it's, well, like I have this coworker, he throws around the word conspiracy because, you know, he knows that I don't buy into the corporate media, and he throws that word around like that's going to automatically disqualify some things. Well, no, actually, the word is a verb, you know, to conspire. You know, look it up in the dictionary. It's something, okay? And it's usually for, you know, evil purposes, usually. When, you know, 2 or more people get together. But when he throws the word conspiracy, the way he uses it in a connotation like, oh, it's fake. Well, no. You know, some conspiracy theories are kind of stupid, but other ones, though, you kind of have to pay attention. Especially this past year when they released the JFK files, heavily redacted, of course. But what did we learn? Well, we all knew all along that there was more than one shooter. Even though the official story is that it was not John Wilkes Booth, it was Lee Harvey Oswald, right? We knew that he wasn't probably the real shooter, and we learned from the files that, yeah, more than one shooter. So, oh, and we also learned that, interestingly enough, in the JFK files of all places, that Hitler survived World War II and fled to Argentina. Well, now, we do know a lot of Nazis made their way down there to South America. Why not Hitler? Well, interesting. I used to not really think much of that, but at this point in life anymore, you are kind of purposely deluded and stupid if you don't. You immediately shut off all conspiracy thought of, you know, it's all fake. You're just being really simple-minded. How did I get into this topic? Oh yeah, Russian flankers. Flankers are so cool. Okay. The Toyota 86 by Aoshima. Oh my golly. Ugh. Yeah, so like I said before, I don't really pretend to be an expert on anything, but and I've mentioned this before. I think last year I finally confessed to it, but I worked at Aoshima for less than a year. And so you started seeing all these Aoshima builds and unboxings on my channel. And so I got that kit for, like, you know, for free. I just took it off the shelf, and I was going to do a video of building it up and showing newbies, hey, look, if you want to make a nice car, make it look nice, and, you know, here you go, it's already pre-painted, so shut up and do it. And I, you know, for obvious reasons, I lost interest in doing Aoshima kits for a while. So I do need to get back to that. I'm getting so many, and that was like very popular. I don't know how many views I've had on that, but it's been a real popular video. And people are like, dude, you know, because it's been 2 years now. Oh, where's the part 2? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need to get back to that, alright? So the Back to the Future DeLorean buddy build, yeah, with kit base. In New Zealand, dude, if you're watching, I don't know if you are, but let's do it. Let's do it this year, man. Let's get it done. That's a 1000 Polar Light Star Trek. Gosh, I started that as a buddy build, or as a group build with people who never do YouTube videos, and they kind of lost track and whatever. That was it. Maybe they were expecting to have a whole bunch of views in their videos and they gave up. I don't know. Jared said that his kind of got screwed up, and mine, I need to yank the decals off them somehow, although I think I've already done with the Mark Softer, so I might have a difficult time getting those pylon decals off, because they kind of got screwed up, and I did get new decals to replace them with. Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's talk about stuff that is on the horizon, stuff I'm really excited about. So, I found out, Brian, and you know him from the Hobby Link Japan videos, he said that the August issue of Model Graphics magazine is going to come out with a clear version of the Star Destroyer. You can light it up, it'll be great. Oh man, that's gonna be cool. I can't wait for that. Dude. Yeah, that'll be great. I really want to see that. I want to get that. I'm going to get that for my friend as well, because I'm sure he wants it too, Gary, because he's the one who does all the cool crap for me. Recently, Bandai has done the Luke and Han Stormtrooper figures. Cool stuff. I saw those when I went down to Fuji, and I went to the model shops there, and it was really cool, actually. I went to my old shop, Kogetsudo, and Daisuke, you know, he was in the video that I did of his store, and, you know, he was talking with me during that video, and that was a nice video I did, and he was really happy to see me, and he's like, wow, what are you doing back? And I'm like, yeah, I'm visiting, and just going to be in town for a few days. And so, yeah, I saw the Luke and Han, and he was showing me other stuff like the Yamato and the Star Wars stuff that's coming out, like that Death Star diorama thingy. That looks cool. The trench that's coming out. We got the vehicle collection Death Star. You know, that's cool. So MPC or AMT, I forget which. Maybe it was AMT. They came out with the Death Star. It was maybe about the size of, like, maybe this big. I can't remember, but it was about that big, and apparently it was just a really crappy model. This is going to be the Return of the Jedi Death Star, which is really cool looking. And it's a vehicle collection, because if it was a big one, I was probably going to pass, but it's a vehicle collection. I can't pass those up, man. I got to get those things. Yeah, they don't take any shelf space, and they're quick builds, so I go for it, man. and an answered prayer. Oh my gosh, the B-Wing is coming out. B-Wing, 72nd scale B-Wing, and with optional lights and stuff. Oh, that's exciting. So you don't have to buy it and spend a whole bunch of money. You know, you don't have to spend but $100 to have like a lighting and stuff, and you know you can get that separately if you don't care about that, or if you want to do it for yourself and save some money. Whew. My gosh. Okay, so Hasegawa. Oh my gosh. Hasegawa is coming out with a 1970 Mitsubishi Colt Galant. Oh my fairy godmother. I'm very happy about that. So I've done a couple of these Mitsubishi Galants, you know, for my my friend in Australia, his son in Australia. He really liked those cars, and so I did that Doyusha car. That was a 24 scale, and that sucked. Oh my gosh. And it was just a really, really old model. And that really delightful 32nd scale one by RDE, which was fantastic, except it didn't come with the pinstripe decals. And I kind of wanted to try that one again for myself. But Hasegawa is coming out with a 24 scale version, and it's going to be so cool. Oh my gosh. I think for quite a while, Hasegawa wasn't making any car models, and apparently they've gotten a new guy or something. They've shifted focus. I have no idea, but they've got a car, you know, somebody is doing cars, lots of car models these days. So Hasegawa, that's really cool. Got somebody doing resin figures with egg planes. I'm happy. I love Hasegawa. You know, people will apparently, you know, I don't really come across these types, but you get these Airfix fanboys, and I certainly have dealt with the Bandai fanboys, but if you're going to label me anything, I'm a Hasegawa fanboy, I guess you could say that. I just get really excited about their stuff more than anything else. And of course the Bandai Star Wars stuff too, And speaking of Bandai, when I was in Fuji, I went to the Book Off Plus there, and I saw a pretty cool model. This is a gibungous model. This is a 1/24th scale P51D Mustang by Bandai. Very, very huge model, and it was under 3,000 yen. It was like maybe 2,500 yen or something like that. No more than that. And I was just blown away, because you don't really see any of these older Bandai kits of just like actual scale models. They've all, you know, they've focused only on just doing Gundam and other type of licensed stuff anymore these days. So seeing a model like this was rather unusual. You know, Bandai used to do car models and tanks and, you know, a bunch of stuff before they just went all like 100% exclusive. Well, I wouldn't say that, because I know like they've done like Tokyo Skytree and some other models like that fairly recently, but for the most part they don't do stuff like this anymore. So this was a very interesting find. Don't see these very often, and for that price I was almost tempted to buy it, but it's just really big, and I just decided not to buy it. So, and I was thinking about maybe, you know, just buying it anyways, and if I wanted to sell it, but because it was so huge, it'll probably take too much to send, especially overseas, if I wanted to sell this to anybody. So I just decided not to. And speaking of which, the one memo I wrote down earlier about parts, people contact me about getting parts. I'm happy to help you guys, but if you can get like a whole new kit for cheaper, then that might be your best way. Because, you know, like for example, if you want to get like a decal sheet, for example, from Hasegawa, and so that would be like maybe 300 or 400, 500 yen. I would have to pay the cost for it to register, you know, to send like a registered envelope, because it has money inside, and then with the, you know, they would have to ship it to me, and then I would have to ship it to you, and it would end up costing, when all said and done, like maybe 1,500 yen or something like that. And for like a cheap model, it might not be really worth your while. For Bandai, it's a bit different because I could just go to my Bandai shop and it's my local hobby shop, and they're like a official Bandai retailer, like a Bandai Pro shop, and I can just buy stuff, just parts from them, and they take care of all the shipping and all that, so it's actually really cheap. So it's case by case, but at least for Bandai, I can probably help you guys out. So the other ones, you know, just contact me. I'm happy to help people out because I live in Japan and probably you don't. Yeah. Social media. So, of course, I have that homepage. I need to work on that. I haven't put anything on there. SteveTheFish.net. Quite a long time. But, of course, you know me on YouTube. I do have a Twitter account, SteveTheFish76. Some people follow me on there. I think most of my followers on there are just like big names, and they just follow me and hoping that I will follow them back, but I don't think anybody really reads that stuff. I have posted model stuff on there though. I am on Flickr, which has been recently, I got a message saying that they've been bought out by somebody else. I guess Yahoo has divested Flickr, apparently. Pinterest, I have a Pinterest account, and I just upload just pictures of Japan. And, of course, Tumblr. I do a lot of, modeling stuff on my Tumblr account. So, yes, I am not a fish. Steve is a fish. My name is Greg. Fried whale doesn't taste very good. But Korean barbecue does taste good, and pretty soon I think they're coming back and we're going to have a yakiniku Korean barbecue party. And so I'm going to eat lots and drink lots, and I think I hear them coming out of the car now maybe. So it's going to be a nice day, and soon it's going to be my daughter's birthday. We'll be celebrating her life real soon.
Did you?
What? Yeah, it's done.
Yeah?
Yeah, I took care of it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, everybody's home now, so live long and prosper. May the force be with you, and so long, and thanks for all the fish. Goodbye.